Okay, so it seems that there's even more going on with the ChaChaChilla TTV situation. Now, this one has been a pretty interesting one to follow. Now, essentially, I thought this was all going to kind of wrap up and maybe they're going to learn their lesson and just be quiet. But it seems like no, they have come out with even more posts which have angered even more people, and it's led to them getting exposed even more, right? And I think that this is absolutely hilarious to see, but also, kind of worrying to see as well, especially for a lot of the people involved that are, obviously being affected by this quite heavily. Now, obviously, this is the message that ChaChaChilla put out about 8 hours ago, and they said, I want to address something important to everyone who feels hurt by me, whether it was something that I said, did or failed to understand. I'm genuinely sorry. Hearing so many people come forward with their own stories have made me reflect deeply. Even if I don't agree with every detail or remember things the same way, I know that if multiple people are saying they were hurt, then something I did caused that pain, and I have to own that. So I'm human, I'm flawed, I make mistakes, and I'm learning that intent isn't the same as impact. I don't want to run from this, and I don't want to hide behind excuses. I want to face my shortcomings and work to be better. So I'm committed to growing, listening, and making sure I don't repeat the same mistakes. I know this won't fix everything overnight, and I don't expect immediate forgiveness, but I do hope I can earn trust back over time by changing, not just saying I will. Thank you to those who were being honest with me. Even when it was painful to hear, I'm going to be better. And obviously, as you can see here, Kitsu actually responds to this with a ChatGPT AI generated checker, and apparently, according to this, it's 100% AI generated, which I think is absolutely crazy. And if it is absolutely 100% AI generated, maybe it could be wrong. Maybe, sometimes they can fail, right? But if it is, obviously it shows you how sorry they are for this, right? Because, again, if you're using AI to do it, this is not like an actual apology, right? And you can go on to see, they said, that is not correct. I typed that out myself. Yes, it may be a vague apology, but I could not find every single post that people have posted about me, especially when several of them have blocked me. I think that anything that has too much correct grammar is prone to be classified as AI. I said also, however, they are not 100% accurate. Obviously, trying to pull out the card that it's not 100% accurate. They said I put the entire text in, not just the top, before anyone tries to run a defense. And yeah, as you can see, they've been kind of arguing about this as uses the AI part of the search, which, yeah, is quite funny. And obviously, yeah, they go into another kind of tool there saying that it's not 100% accurate. And a lot of people say these are never reliable, but I still think it is funny that, there is the potential for it to be AI generated here, and the fact that, this is the case, right? And you can see there's a community that said Chacha has not learned and will not learn. She is demonstrated to be a chronic liar through multiple posts and sources, and will resort to arguing instead of accepting comments on outside feelings. Now, yeah, obviously, there's been a lot of other people, including Hades from Mythos as well, saying, I didn't want to publicly involve myself in this, but there is 0% chance that you ever realize you were hurting people. Back when I first met you, I thought I had found a friend, and then learned of all of the heartless, terrible behavior you inflicted on Apollo. You then tried to use me to publicly attack Apollo because I was trying to be nice to you before learning everything. But you knowingly tried to befriend me again off the Minecraft server, knowing that I wanted nothing to do with you, and that Mythos wanted nothing to do with you. You used a different voice and took advantage of the fact that I couldn't recognize you to try and manipulate your way back in with Mythos, assumably to try and hurt Apollo even further. That is not behavior of someone that didn't know better, and it absolutely disgusts me. Please do not ever utter Apollo's name again after everything he did to her, and please go live a life off the internet, because clearly you cannot conduct yourself properly on here without hurting people. And obviously then they replied to that saying, that's not what I was doing at all. People told me you were making a Minecraft server and to take to you about it. So I think they even talked to you about it because I'd already bought one. I have not done anything to Apollo since her past life when I attempted blank, which again I think is pretty crazy. I'm gonna be real. They're just trying to I think people were saying that they're trying to like bring up some more sympathy stuff with that kind of with that kind of thing, said, but that's actually what started our beef. They said I'm in therapy, which again is pretty crazy. But yeah, people are just saying just stop, you know, and I think that's 100% true. You know, the only reason you're saying this is because everyone turned on you for your behavior, which is 100% true. And I do think they just need to stop, right? And then this has now led to a further kind of exposure now from ApolloMythos again, essentially saying, whatever apology you have to say, I will never forgive you. This wasn't a mistake. This wasn't a flaw. This wasn't a eulale. This was a revenge and sabotage. You had 5 lives, and each one you didn't learn from. 2022 to 2025, so 3 whole years, right? Yeah, Churisi, I don't know how you say that, but yeah, that's what it is. Buddy Alisu, Ame Watasagi, and they said, oh yeah, I know, I knew that one girl too, trying to pretend to be nice to me and switching over to your bunny account to blame me for your brain damage on my birthday. It said Violet Sky VT, and now ChaChaChilla, another lesson that you haven't learned from again. You will do whatever it takes to see people hurt, to get any clout that you think you deserve. You're rotten inside out. You ruin the lives of and hurt people. You will run again, just like you always do, a cycle that you can't run from. Have fun being alone. So yeah, that's what they had to say to that. And yeah, that is 100% true. You know, in the course of 3 years, they have had 5, or is that 5? No, well, yeah, including Chacha, they've had 5 different accounts. They've had 5 different personas, past lives, whatever you want to call it, right? And again, I think it is pretty crazy that there has been that many in the course of 3 years. Sure, I understand that some VTubers obviously sometimes switch over, and they switch over after a long time, or they switch over because they go from corpo to indie, or they switch over because they want to have a different kind of aesthetic or whatever. Sure, but that only happens like once, maybe twice at a push, right? It doesn't happen 5 times. You know, you have to do something very, very wrong to, you know, obviously change your whole kind of branding and stuff 5 times over, and obviously harass people in most of them, right? Which I think is pretty crazy. And obviously I think we all know why they're doing it is because of stuff like this. They, you know, cause backlash. They essentially make people's lives a living hell, and then they go and switch up their account and then continue to do it on a different account, right? And I think it is horrible the way that she's kind of, you know, gone after Apollo specifically here, because it seems like what I can see from Apollo's message and also Hades' message, with the fact of, it seems like what she's doing is switching accounts and then pretending that she is not the previous person, and then trying to gain their trust again, and then screwing them over again, and then doing it constantly over and over and over again, right? It's not just her just trying to escape accountability or anything, it's her actively trying to make new accounts to get in to their circle, to then try and gain their trust again, to then obviously, as I said, you know, lose it and to kind of screw them over, which I think obviously is horrible, and that is a definite targeted thing, right? This isn't a mistake. Obviously she's saying like it was a mistake and I didn't mean for this to happen or whatever, right? No, that it's not a mistake. It's very obvious you've targeted these people specifically by making multiple accounts and going after them, right? And one of the accounts obviously was featured in the last post that they said, where they said you doxed IRL faces names, bullied, spread lies, blacklisted from Mythos for a good reason. And yeah, this was on the Bunny Alisu account as well, which I think is insane, right? A lot of support as well has been going that way. You know, Vex saying, I'm so sorry that you're on the receiving end of this garbage. I know how it feels. I know what it's like to be at the receiving end of narcissistic abuse. Please message me if you need anything. I mean that, and thank you for thinking of me during this time as well. You're very selfless. I wish you peace, truly. And yeah, obviously, some people say, I'm sorry this is all happening, Apollo. You know, 5 identities, yeesh. Which, yeah, obviously, 5 identities is pretty wild, right? They say this is valid. People need to be held accountable for their actions. You know, what even is this drama even? You know, apparently her post is also AI generated, which again, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And again, I think this whole situation is getting a little bit stupid and out of hand. ChaChaChilla also kind of responded to ApolloMythos' message as well by saying, who the hell is Violet Sky VT? Apparently they've never heard of that persona. But again, a lot of people are just saying, I'm so disappointed in you. Go outside, you know, rise up, you know, this is how you don't handle criticism, backlash. People are just saying, get off Twitter. You know, that is 100% true. Just get off of Twitter. It's really not that hard. And obviously, yeah, many people are currently unhappy with how she's kind of handling all of this. And yeah, as I said, I think what should happen is she should, yeah, leave just social media and just leave these people alone. and just get out, because again, you're just making it worse. You're making it worse by making all of these random tweets, random things, and it's just going to keep getting worse. There's nothing you can say that is going to make it better. So honestly, it is just best to leave it at that, and just avoid facing even more backlash, because if you carry on, you are just going to receive even more backlash, right? But yeah, I mean, that is essentially a whole update on the situation. I thought it was pretty crazy, so I just wanted to share it with you guys. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GamersUp to use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.